Hey guys! Okay, so I wanted to do this video really fast just because I've had a lot of people coming to me wanting to be successful in their business, trying to figure out a schedule, trying to just really put this business into their everyday life, and they're struggling. Okay, how many of you is this you know, are you struggling having time for your business? Are you struggling having time with your family? Are you struggling with just, really putting this business into your everyday life, and vice versa? So this is the video that you want to keep watching, because I've just been through every walk of life with this business, or I've helped someone in any walk of life be successful at this business, no matter what their schedule is, no matter really what's going on in their life. And I just wanted to share all those tips with you because I've just been getting so many people. So I have done a lot of different things over my 4 years of being in business for myself, and I know what works, I know what doesn't work, things like that. And I have just come to the terms that what I do on a daily doesn't change. What I have to get done every single day does not change. It's been constant through my 4 years. I have to do these 6 things through every single day. I have to be consistent at these 6 things. So basically what we've created is it's something called a 6 list. So if you hear people talking about 6 list stuff like that, this is what they're talking about, and it's so important. And we basically have just taken what all of the mistakes we've done through the years, and we've kind of simplified it for you so you don't make those same mistakes, so you don't waste so much time trying to figure out all these different solutions for you. This is it, okay? So the miracle you're looking for right now is basically a list, a 6 list, okay? You have to have this list. Why? Because no matter if you're sick, no matter if you have a job, no matter if you have school, no matter if you have 12 kids, whatever your life looks like, this can work for everybody because it's already been proven, it's already there, okay? But just like all of these things, you have school, you have work, you have kids, you have whatever family stuff going on. At the end of the day, you have to get the same things done every single day, correct? So while you're at school, you have all of these assignments, all of these classes to attend, all of this stuff, right? With children, you have to feed them, you have to keep them alive, you have to keep them occupied, all of this stuff. With having a job, you have to go in at the same time, you have to get done before you leave. It's basically like a routine, okay? So no matter where you are in your life, you have a routine, and you need to have the same thing with your business, okay? So basically what it's called is just a 6 list, okay? So write down a piece of paper and just write 6 lists up at the top, okay? And you're going to write these 6 things down: posting, messaging, adding, follow up, trainings, training yourself, okay? Those are the 6 things that I have found that I have consistently always done in my business. Now, the reason why you're going to create the 6 list for yourself is because no matter what's happening in your daily life, as long as you complete your 6 list, you're going to be successful. So let's just say you have a job. You have a job, okay? So you are at a job, you're working all the time, you have really demanding hours, you can't be on your phone while you're at work. You, when you get home, you're super tired, you want to spend time with your family, okay? That's you. Awesome. So, but you also want to be successful at your business. So how are you going to do this? You're going to look at your 6 list, and you're going to see all of these things, these 6 things that you have to do every single day. But what you have is already a schedule. You already have a schedule for your job, okay? So you already know what that's like. You already have a schedule for your kids. You know what time they get on the bus. You know what time they come home. You know what time they can take a nap. You know what time they eat. You have a schedule for school. You know what time your clinicals are. You know how long you're going to be in this class for. You know usually how long you're going to have to study for an exam or whatever. So it's the same exact thing. So plan out your day, okay? So basically what I always did was, I never worked with this business, but I had Dakota by myself. So basically what I would do is I would schedule like my whole entire day out. I would wake up at 8. She would eat at 9:30, nap, and then we would play from 9:30 till 12. She would take a nap from 12 to 3. She would wake up and have snack at 3:30. We would go play something until 5. She would have dinner. We would take a bath from 6 to 7, do bedtime routine, stuff like that. Maybe watch a movie from 8 to 9. She's in bed from 9 to 6. Like, that's just an example. So, like, plan out your day. So if you know you go to school on Mondays at 8 o'clock, write that out. If you go to school on Tuesdays at 1 p.m., write that out. So write down every single thing you do throughout the day. What time you go to school, what time you go to work, what time you leave work, what time's your lunch break, what time are you sitting in your car driving home, what time do you eat dinner, what time do you take a shower. Write out all of these things, and what basically you're going to find is you're going to find 10 minutes here, 5 minutes here, maybe a half an hour here, or I can wake up like an extra half an hour early before I even get my day started to do this, that, and the other. And what you're going to do is you're going to be able to schedule in your 6 list throughout your day. So first of all, you need to have a routine in your day-to-day life, which 90% of the people do. That's why when you try to work a business and you're finding yourself struggling, it's because you're not in a routine yet and you feel overwhelmed. And it's just like with anything else, you just don't have a routine yet. So that's like the whole purpose of this video, is to get yourself a routine, okay? So you need to do those 6 things: posting, messaging, adding, following up, training yourself, okay? So how are you going to do all of these things? You have to honestly look at how long each of these things take. Posting takes no more than 10 minutes at a time to create a post, okay? So find a slot somewhere in your day that you can write up a post, whether that be your lunch break, whether that be you sitting in the car for 10 minutes before you walk into your house from getting home from work, whether that is waiting for your kids at the bus stop, getting there 10 minutes early to write up your post, whether that is laying in bed the night before while your kids are sleeping, or while you're watching Netflix, and creating your post for the next day. That's what I personally do. I create my content the day before, so I don't have to worry about it the next day at all. Like, it's already done. Messaging. So what I personally do is, you guys know how I train. I message, or I teach everyone to get up host to post, and I say, do not stop until you get 5 host to post up. So again, this can take time depending on the day, depending on the people, depending on, like, honestly, the whole situation. Because some days it's just like with anything else, it's just like waiting tables. Some days you have a really bomb day, some days you just have nothing, and it's just honestly the people. It's just the people you're waiting on. It's just the people, the kind of tipper they are. It's just depending on the day. If it's a Tuesday and it's slow versus a Saturday, it just depends. So what I always do is I keep my same goal, like, the same. No matter if it's slow or not, like, I want to get up 5 host to post a day, because I know if I get 5 host to post up, I'm never going to run out of people. So no matter what that means, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Some days it takes messaging 500 people, and other days it takes messaging literally 10 people. You just have to expect that. So with messaging, I find that throughout the day it's super, super hard if you have a busy schedule, even if you're out or something like that. So what I personally like to do, find something in your schedule that you're willing to sacrifice. Can you wake up a half an hour early? If you can wake up a half an hour early, literally you can message 100 people within that half an hour, guaranteed. Okay, if you can go to bed later, a half an hour later, and just stay up and watch a little bit of Netflix instead of going to bed at 7 o'clock for your business, you can literally message another 100 people. That's 200 people already for the day, not including all of the downtime that you do have sitting on your couch, going out with friends, stuff like that. So you can do that. So I personally find that whether I have a job or whether I have school or kids or whatever, like I don't have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, but I still do because I want to get all of my messages out for the day. So again, I don't have to worry about them through the day. So I can still enjoy my day going to the pool. So I can still, have to go run my errands that I have to go run. Like, your day. You know your day better than anyone else. So set yourself up, set your day up so you can be successful throughout the day. Do not give your day don't let your day be the reason like that you're giving excuses. So find a larger slot throughout your day that you're willing to give to messaging people, to reaching out to people, because you can do all of the things. If you are not messaging people, you will not be successful at this business. 90% of you that are watching this video joined this business because someone messaged you. Okay, so that's why it's so important. You have to, these are your non-negotiable, guys. This 6 list is something that you do or you die at the end of the day. It's the same thing with feeding your kids. You will not go a day without feeding your kids, no matter how busy you are. You will not go a day without freaking brushing your teeth, right? Because it's that important to you, because you created a routine of brushing your teeth every single morning. So no matter if you're running late, no matter if you're waking up late, no matter if you're early, no matter if you have a lot of things on your to-do list, you still make time to brush your teeth. You still make time to feed your kids. So it's the same exact thing with this. Do not just slide this around. Do not push this to the side, okay? So find a bigger chunk in your day to where you can message at least 200 people a day. And that's just personally what I do. That's a minimum for me. I normally message between 300 to 400 and I still have a life. So if I can do 300 to 400, you guys can definitely do 200 people a day. And like with messaging also, you have to understand the ratio. So if you're messaging 200 people a day, you're gonna usually get about 20 people responding to you. And that's including the yeses and that's including the nos and all of that. It's not just all yeses. So if you come to me and say, okay, Jamie, I messaged 20 people, you're looking at about a 2 ratio of someone responding, and that could be 2 no's. So it's the same thing. So like the more people you message, the larger group of people you have, the larger of the response that you're going to get. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So that's what I normally do. Find a time in your schedule. You can wake up super, super early, go to bed super, super late, or just have a big chunk in between your day, whatever that is. Adding people. It's the same exact thing with messaging. The more of a chunk that you have, the more of a chunk you're going to get back. So if you add 2 people a day, you're probably not going to get no one adding you back or accepting you. Okay? So you have to have a larger amount, and adding is super, super easy because even if you're busy, you can add anywhere. I love, and like this is another thing. This is why I post and I message like late at night, early in the morning. So all day long, I have all of my time to add people, to respond to messages, and do the other things that we're about to talk about. So, to add people, I go through my Facebook friends about 3 to 4 times a month. Facebook will only allow you to have 5,000 friends. So about 4 times a month, like every single week, I max that out. I hit 5,000 friends. And then I go through and I delete probably 2,000 to 3,000 of them, and I get 2,000 to 3,000 people following or adding me back within the next week, because I'm maxed out again. That's how many people I add a day, okay? So you have to be adding a crap ton of people all the time. And adding is something that you can do super, super like convenient anywhere. You don't need to be sitting down concentrating and stuff like that. So you can literally be at work and, talking, like I used to do this all the time, talking on the phone, like if you're a receptionist, and just like boop, 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 boop. You don't even have to look, honestly. You could be in your car at a stoplight adding people. Boop, boop, boop. How many times do you guys wait in line at Starbucks and you're looking at your phone scrolling? That's a great time to add people, because if you do it, you're going to see how much stuff you can actually get done instead of just scrolling through your phone. Like through a drive-through, I can add at least 200 people easy during my whole drive-through experience, okay? Like you can add a crap ton of people. like right like at the pool. Like you guys always see me at the pool now. Like that's what I'm doing. I'm not messaging people because I can't really see like outside really well with the dark screen, you know what I mean? So I'm not really having a lot of conversations, but I'm adding a crap ton of people. I'm getting that off my list. I'm checking that shit off real fast. So find something throughout the day that you're doing and just take advantage of it and add people. Because again, like how many of you guys found your uplines page just by they randomly added you? You know what I mean? So you have to add people, and like this is going to go into everything. Once you add people, those are going to be the people that are going to be watching your posts. Those are going to be the people that you're going to be able to message for host to post, and then they're going to be interested. It all is a recipe. It all is a recipe, but in order for the recipe to be successful, you have to do every single recipe. You have to do every single ingredient. Otherwise, your cake is going to taste like butt, okay? So add people throughout the day when you're busy, when you're running errands, when you're walking through Target, you know, all of those things to where you can't really sit down and message and have your planner out and stuff like that and concentrate. But you can do something super, super easy that doesn't need a lot of concentration that you can do like while you're going out and doing the things you need to do when you're out with friends, like when you're out to dinner, like while you're waiting for your food, like add 50 people, you know what I mean? So, sorry. That's when I normally do that. Follow-ups. Okay. This is, again, something that I do every single day. No questions asked, because I know if I message you, if I'm posting, if I'm adding, I'm doing all of the things, but I'm not following up, I'm not getting the harvest of all of my hard work. Okay? So you're doing all these things, you're messaging people, you're posting amazing posts, you're adding people, you're interacting, you're doing all the things, but you're just not following up. You're basically just not, like, I don't even know the word. You're not, you know, getting out of all of your hard work that you put into it. You're literally putting so much work into the first half of the process, but you're not completing the process to complete it, to get that harvest, to get that enrollment, to get that customer. You're literally just letting them vanish just like that. You know what I mean? And you have to kind of look at it as like when, you know, you're going to buy a house or something like that, and you have contacted like 5 real estate agents. They have given you all of the things, like you've told them what you wanted in a house, you told them what kind of neighborhood you want to be in, all of these things. They say, okay, I'm going to take a look at some properties and I will get back to you so we can start house hunting and looking for stuff that's perfect for you. And then they don't reach back out to you. They literally did all of that hard work with you. They, you know, got you excited. They told you everything about it. They told you what they had, stuff like that. But then they didn't reap that harvest for you. It's the same thing. So if you're messaging me about trying the coffee, I'm so excited. Like, I get paid on Friday. Like, I'm so pumped. I'm ready to do this. And then I don't hear from you for 2 weeks. You want my business. I don't want your business. I can go to another It Works distributor and buy the same dang coffee for the same exact price. You didn't do your job in following up with me. So you need to make sure that you're following up with every single person that you're talking to the day before. So I have another video on that, on how I do my like planner and stuff like that. But you need to be, if you're talking to people every single day, then you should be following up every single day. And that's the first thing that I ask. If someone comes to me and says no one's joining or no one's signing up or no one's ordering, I always ask to see your planner I pick a random day. If I pick June 17th and you send me a picture of your planner and it has 0 names in it, guess what that tells me? That means that you did not talk to anybody June 16th. Because if you did, you would have had 20 plus names in that planner for the following day, because you would have had 20 plus new conversations. Do you see how every single day it's all about consistency? Because at the end of the day, every single day you want to get paid, right? So you got to work every single day. You want to get paid on Saturdays when you want to go out with your friends and have fun, right? Guess what? You still got to work on a Saturday. You know what I mean? This is not like a normal job. You have the convenience of working at a freaking bar. Literally, you know what I mean? Or in your bed, you know? So you have to make sure you're being consistent and that you're constantly doing these 6 things every single day so you can constantly get results, so you can constantly get new and new and new. And more and more and more people talking to you, being interested, seeing your stuff, listening to your messages, all of these things. So obviously it's the same thing. You have a bigger chunk of people you're talking to, reaching, posting to, all of this stuff. You're going to have a bigger response and bigger, you know, group of people that actually do it. You know what I mean? Trainings. Okay. This is super important also. And this is something that I was not given because I did not have an upline. So you guys are super, super blessed, because just imagine if you guys had to do this business 100% on your own. You didn't have YouTube, you didn't have a team page, you didn't have a Facebook chat, you didn't have a Facebook group, you didn't have the person telling you to post every 5 minutes because you're too lazy to do it by yourself. Like, you don't have any of that. Would you guys still be successful? Would you take the initiative by yourself to do it all by yourself? Would you, you know, train yourself on every single thing that you had to do in this business to be successful? Would you accept that it's going to take you probably 2 years longer than everyone else just because you didn't have the help and guidance? Would you still be here? You know what I mean? That was me. And you guys have all of that. You have these people, you have these amazing leaders, you have this team page, you have this team chat that is literally a tool for you guys to make sure you're being successful, especially with Zoom. We do Zooms almost every single night. We do them at 9, 10 o'clock at night because we know people work, because we know people go to school. So we do them at a time that 90% of the world is laying in bed. 90%. I understand you're not going to be able to catch every Zoom. You know, you're not going to, you know, be there like every single time. That's fine. But you need to be on as many as possible. If our team's not personally doing them every single night, there's always a Zoom to catch. And guess what, guys? There's always a replay to watch. So just because you miss a Zoom doesn't mean you just don't watch it at all. It's just like going to school. If you miss a day of school because you had a dentist appointment, when you go into school the next day, you have to make up the work that you missed. Have the responsibility and the discipline to, you know, follow up on the things that you missed because you missed it. And it was given to you for a reason. So we do Zoom trainings like this. So again, you guys can learn from our mistakes and not make the same mistakes that we did. And it's nice to hear from other people, and it's nice to know that, you know, all of these people are going through the same thing, or maybe, you know, this is a tip that I just learned and I want to share with you guys. Like, you always get on a Zoom and you always take something away from it every single time. I used to sneak on Diamond and Above Zooms when I was literally an executive. I wasn't allowed to be on those Zooms, but I was willing and craving to, like, I was like, please let me on this Zoom. I will give